From the Sea Rider Productions news facilities on the leeward coast of Oahu, this is Sea Rider News!
Hey STN, it's Thursday, March 15th, 2018. In this special edition of Sea Rider News, we're on the road in Nashville, Tennessee, rocking it with two inspiring local artists. Then we'll roll over to our 5-day weather forecast. Finishing, we'll head onto the streets and hear about how Nashville's music makes this town rock. Are you ready? Let's saddle up and get this rodeo started.
Aloha and welcome to Sea Rider News. My name is Elizabeth Ufi.
And I'm Amy Nevis.
And we're here at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel and Resorts, one of Tennessee's many attractions.
Speaking of attractions, have you visited the Country Music Hall of Fame?
Definitely. I love the Shania Twain exhibit. It's such an amazing experience learning about the history of country music.
Well, one artist in the building you might not have learned about is Shelley Leatherman. Let's hear about her story.
The country music of Tennessee has brought joy to those listening for years.
People are very passionate about country music here. There's tons of soul. I think soul and country music is something that kind of goes hand in hand. They kind of originated together. So it's a really cool experience, like just knowing that and seeing the soul that is in country music is really special.
For Shelley Leatherman, also known better by her stage name, Skylo, that passion does not quit.
And it's something that I know I can't just not do. Like, I'll always be working in music because it's the thing that I love and am most passionate about.
For Shelley, the love for the craft is deeper than just sound.
So country music really, for me as a child, that helped develop me as a writer by learning and watching all these other artists that came before me, and just seeing how they incorporated real true life things that happen in their lives that are just authentic to who they are.
To release this one in probably the next week.
Shelley has been within the music industry for years. She's been focusing on helping others' careers, being a producer for other artists.
So I've kind of hidden myself and tucked myself away in the studio for many years, just recording and helping and developing other artists. But now I feel like it's time for me to finally get back onto the stage and start performing again as an artist and getting my music that I've written and recorded out there.
Love the sound of that vibe.
While she loves her job and helping others, her passion to be a musician herself is too loud to ignore.
Just music that I've always dreamed of making, and kind of picking those key producers and all the right elements that I wanted and the specific sound that I wanted to capture has just really come to life for me in these last couple years. I'm really found who I am as an artist and where I see myself in my authenticity of who I am and what I want that sound to be.
Deanna Goslin for Student Television Network.
Thanks, Deanna. Now let's head out to Jillian Jeremiah, who's in the heart of Music City. Hey, Jillian.
Hey, Elizabeth. I'm currently at Broadway with Chris Spinelli. So, what is the importance of music in this town?
Well, I would say this town was sort of built on music and songwriting. A lot of classic songs were written here and recorded here. And I think the town still, it still attracts that sort of reputation as being a music town and a town that fosters original music. It's great because you just you bump into like musicians and people working on music almost everywhere you go. It's kind of like LA for screenwriters and actors, So, I mean, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's rewarding.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Back to you guys at Gaylord.
Thanks, Jillian. Up next, we hear from another country artist who is working to get her big break.
My vision is to have a sound that is marketable to all.
Contract Service Specialist of Nashville's Airport Authority, Haley Michael believes that she has what it takes to turn her dreams into reality.
I've been singing since I was 4.
Yeah, it's real, it's authentic.
Singing my entire life. I write with real things. I'm real, and that's what I want to bring across in my lyrics.
However, her life took a sudden turn that changed everything.
When I lived here before, I went through some major rejection. I put my 2 weeks notice in. I turned in my stuff for my apartment and put my things in storage. I got in the car with my guitar in a suitcase, and I was gone.
In 2016, Haley Michaels moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and for the past 2 years, she has played in over 40 gigs.
So that's what sets me apart. I'm bold, I'm real, I don't have anything to hide. I'm going to tell the world my business and what I've gone through because that's what's going to save people's lives. That's what I'm called to do.
Despite the setbacks, Michael continues to inspire others through the art of music.
Some people do make it difficult, and you know why? Because they make it about themselves, and it ain't about them. And not their truth, but my truth.
This is Nicole Tagalikud, Student Television Network.
Thank you, Nicole. It's 74 degrees back in Hawaii.
Well, that sounds nice.
Now let's check out the rest of the weather here in Nashville with Jayden.
Good morning, STN. My name is Jayden, and this is your 5-day forecast. Today's going to be a little chilly with highs at 69 degrees and lows at 45. This week's forecast is going to be cool and cloudy.
Nashville is totally rolling in the 50s and 40s this week.
Definitely.
Thanks, Jayden. Now let's head over to Julia to learn more about a serious topic rocking this community.
You're a mother of 2 and wake up your kids before school. You try to wake up your 18-year-old son, but he doesn't wake up. You check his pulse and see that it is fading and his skin is cold. You call 911 and the paramedics arrive, telling you that it is too late. Your son has died from an opioid overdose. Opioids are drugs used to reduce pain and are prescribed by doctors to better deal with injuries. Although stories of overdoses on opioids, like the one previously stated, are stories that are told way too often. In Nashville, they have spiked by 12% between 2015 and 2016, and by 48% from 2012 to 2015, according to the Tennessean news outlet. Although this is not a problem just affecting Nashville, according to Fox News, about 62,497 people throughout the U.S. died last year of opioid overdoses. There have been about 1,500 victims in Nashville last year alone, making it an issue that is rocking this town. Opioid overdoses have plagued the city in high, rapidly growing numbers. So how do we stop the ongoing epidemic of opioid overdoses here in Nashville? A proposed idea by Diane Black dives into the idea that we should create a rehab-like program for inmates so that it will prevent further addiction once they are released. Another idea to help solve the issue is to create in-school programs and clubs to teach young students about the dangers and effects of drug addiction. Both are great ways to help solve the epidemic. Through ideas like these given by Congressman Black, there is hope in the fight against the raging epidemic. It takes putting words into action. We must challenge lawmakers to put in better legislation to help fight against the epidemic. We must educate and empower our youth in order for them to be able to fight in the battle against the epidemic. Although it will take time and sadly more deaths, it will be worth the fight in the end so that one day families will not have to see their loved ones in the grip of a prescription drug.
Thanks, Julia. Now let's head out on the streets with Aaron to hear the major influence music has had on Smashville.
My name is Aaron Paulo, and today we're on the streets asking people what about Nashville's music makes this town so special.
Well, Nashville is the home and the birthplace of country music.
It's great. It's so much history from way back.
There's such a wide variety of music and entertainment.
There's so many up-and-coming artists. I went to a couple of the bars on Broadway last night, and every single person playing was phenomenal.
Country music is basically music of America, music of the United States.
And country music kind of brings us together. It tells a story, and it kind of affects our lives.
The inherent value of art is to create something unique and special, which is exactly what you find here in Nashville.
Well, we've come to the end of this episode of Sea Rider News. Mahalo for watching and keep rocking, STN.
Hey bro, where are you going?
Canada? In those clothes? You're right. Alright, later bro. Warm guys, stop by for all your winter gear needs.